I will take the Celtics here.
Get me out of
I'm going to take the Celtics to win in 6 games. Can I give you the reasons?
Sure.
I'd love the reason.
Want to hear the reasons?
Sure. I mean, please.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've got like 50 more minutes.
I did not like the way they finished against Miami. All right, they were awful in Game 6, and they were waiting to lose in Game 7. And I have no problem with Butler taking that 3, by the way.
Okay.
I have major issues with the way they finished. But I think the Celtics, with their size, with their defense, I think they're going to be a little loosier-goosier in this series because the pressure, to me, is more on Curry and Golden State to win that championship that they haven't won in a couple of years. I think the layoff is perfect. They go from Sunday night to Thursday night. It's not the next day, like, say, the Rangers are going to have to do in the hockey.
Yeah.
Right.
They get to 3 days, which, to me, is outstanding. And I think the fact that the Celtics beat the Nets, who had Durant and Curry, beat Milwaukee, the defending champions, albeit no Middleton. They still won the series in 7 games. They won 3 road games in Miami, a gritty, hard-nosed, tough ball club. I think they're a little better battle-tested. Golden State, they beat Denver without Murray. They got the break of they beat Morant, who missed the layup in Game 1 and didn't play the last couple games of that series, and they had to work hard to beat Memphis. And they got the break of all time, in my eyes, that Dallas did their dirty work by beating Phoenix. So from that standpoint, I am going to take the Celtics. Now, the problem with taking the Celtics, you can't take them in the 7th game. I know they won a 7th game in Miami. I get that. You can't think they're going to win it. Now, Curry's lost Game 7s at home. We saw it. Cleveland. But I can't take Boston to 7 games. So I'm going to have to be, because I don't like them on a road scenario there.
They've been good on the road, though.
I know, but that arena, a little tricky. I will say, to make it fair, to make a fair prediction, I will say Stevie will be on a plane back to New York on, let's see, what's the date on that? On Friday morning, June 16th. Boston in 6.
I get where you're coming from. And by the way, you brought up Chase, and I haven't been there. I'm going.
Oh, everybody loves it.
This
You have a good time.
This is my first time ever.
It's supposed to be beautiful.
Well,
I liked Oakland, though.
I'm being given a tour of the building.
Oh, really?
You know,
let me guess.
When I get this,
Kerr giving it to you before?
I'll be giving
Are they
going to
carry you out on the throne and
I'm
feed you
just saying.
grapes,
I mean, I'm just saying. They're gonna give me a tour of the Chase. I'm looking forward to this. It's been a while. I haven't been there, and I love that crowd. Having said all of that, let me say this to you, Doggy. I think this is a pick'em series. I think this is that close. I don't think that anybody can definitively say that Boston can't beat this Golden State Warriors team. They're bigger. They're more physical. They have rim protection. They have size at every position outside of Smart. And although Smart doesn't have that size in terms of height, he's bulky enough, no question. He's a pit bull, and he's the reigning defensive player of the year. He really, really gives it to you. And by the way, he's the one that hurt Curry, diving for the loose ball and dived on his leg and what have you. So let's keep that in mind. And the reason I bring that up is because you never know how that works in the mind's eye when you have somebody who plays with reckless abandon and really goes all out. You know, when you're going up against somebody like that, particularly when you've gotten hurt before, it might give you cause to pause when it goes to getting that extra loose ball or anything like that. So you got to take that into consideration and consider how that's going to be mindful. I went back and watched the tape of Boston versus Golden State in the regular season when Boston lost in Boston to Golden State. And I saw some of the plays, their denial of the basketball of Steph Curry, their willingness to double team, they're drawing offensive fouls. They do things that other teams in the Western Conference did not do against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors this year. So I look at it from that standpoint, the fact that they have 2 scorers. Boston is formidable. I'm just of the mindset that I'm always going to flow with the shooters. When you're a marksman, that ultimately is the difference. And I think the combination of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Jordan Poole is a huge factor. If they didn't have a Jordan Poole, meaning that third wheel that could give you some offense, I would feel differently. I would pick Boston to win the series. But the fact that you've got those 3, and you've got a guy like Andrew Wiggins and Kuminga, even though they're young, but they both got size and height on them to match a Tatum and a Jaylen Brown defensively, I think that's something that we can't ignore. I think ultimately Golden State, I'm going with them in 7. I think this series goes 7 back at the Chase Center. This is a 1-game 7. Even though Boston's 7-2 on the road, I don't think they win that game 7 on the road either. I think it goes 7. I think Golden State wins it in 7. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.